Lot of people struggle to understand what CSAT is actually. Two things what CSAT is definitely not is that number one, it is not CAT, and number two, it is not bank PO. So some people say CSAT is bank PO, no. Some people say CSAT is CAT, it is not. In fact, if I put it more simply, CSAT is actually Indianized version of GMAT. And if in the GMAT paper they will say John did this, UPSC will replace John with Ram did this, Shankar did this, Prajapati did this, that is what they will do. Indianized version of GMAT. And as I told you in the beginning also today, if you are comfortable in CSAT, please practice for 30 minutes every day. And if you are not comfortable in CSAT, you have to devote minimum 1 hour every day. Where do you get the time? It's up to you to find. Sir, I have college. Leave the college. Sir, I have to complete graduation this year also and give the exam this year also. Both can't happen, sir. You have to choose. Sir, parents will not allow. Leave the parents. Become self-sufficient, no, sir. If you are dependent upon them, they will control you. If you are not dependent upon them, you will not take their nonsense. You are grown-ups, you are adults. It's your career at stake. Your parents will not decide it. You will decide. Sir, my parents have only given me 1 year. So what? This exam also requires 1 attempt only. Sir, but what if I don't get through? If you have a doubt today, you will always remain in doubt. Sir, what should be my plan B? Sir, if you have plan B means you doubt your capability for plan A. Never have a plan B. I personally believe that. Plan B in mind means you doubt your capability for plan A. Why should you do that? Be firm, strong. That no, my plan A is UPSC and I will crack it. I will work for it. And you know, a lot of people I come across in my life, they say, sir, we need motivation for UPSC. Sir, if you are one of those who needs motivation for UPSC, you are not for UPSC. UPSC is an examination which requires intrinsic motivation. It is something that should give you sleepless nights till the time you achieve it. It should not let you sleep. It should affect everything in your life. And if it is not creating that level of excitement in you, probably then you are not right fit for it. If you are trying for UPSC just because you want a job, you will never get this job, sir. UPSC has to be in your blood. It has to rise in your blood like the sugar rises when you eat a pastry. It has to cause that sugar spike. So you have to be very careful, sir. As I said, if you are good at CSAT, practice it for 30 minutes every day. Question is, what do you practice? Download GMAT apps. Lot of GMAT apps are there, free apps. I am specifically right now addressing those who say they are good at CSAT, not the ones who say that they are not good at CSAT. For them, there is a different thing. If you are good at CSAT, download GMAT apps. Plenty of them available on the App Store. Plenty of them free of cost. Download them, practice them. Whenever you get an opportunity, practice. And those apps are designed as graded apps. Because GMAT is a graded test. Your first question is correct, second question will be tougher. Second is correct, third will be tougher than the first two. So those apps are also designed that way. They'll train your brain, provoke you more. But please practice. And how do you divide those 30 minutes? If you are good at CSAT, 10 minutes maths, 10 minutes reasoning, 10 minutes comprehension, 30 minutes. 3 things do if you are good at it. 10, 10, 10. In 10 minutes you solve 2 questions of maths, you solve 1 question of maths, I don't care. But not more than 10 minutes. You are comfortable, you can manage. Now, coming to those people who say we are weak. First question is, let's talk about maths. How many of you feel you are weak at maths? Be honest, yaar. Don't worry about it. So what? I don't know maths at all. I'm proud I don't know maths. At least I'm normal. Those who know maths, they are abnormal people, yaar. You look at them, their and chashma is also like this, eyes are like this. I am absolutely fine, yaar. I know differential calculus, I know, no future. So how many? Not good at maths, not comfortable at all, problems. No issues. Do one very important thing. Throw away RS Agarwal. RS Agarwal you have, please throw it away. Worst book. Then what do? Go to internet, go to NCERT website. From class 5th onwards, download the mathematics NCERT. From 5th to 10th, all NCERTs. Do them. You will not need a teacher at this age for NCERT, for maths. Self-explanatory. Learn the concept. After you learn the concept, then you solve the exercises, questions which are there. Then you check the answers which are also given. You have to do this. Let us say 1% case. You are unable to do NCERTs also. Highly possible. I was one of them. नहीं आया समझ. वो trigonometry. इधर वो खड़ा है. ऐसे वो देख रहा है. मैं क्यों देख रहा है उधर? मैं नहीं देखूंगा. मैं इधर देखूंगा. Stupid यार. It doesn't make sense. एक थैला है. One polythene. We put 4 balls. One is red color. One is green color. Now you pick up 1 ball. No, I will pick up 2. Who are you to say I will pick up 1? How can you curtail my freedom? I will pick up 2. There is no question in maths for 2. Nonsense here. But we have to pass the exam, sir. Unfortunately. Thankfully, when I gave the exam, there was no CSAT. We had general mental ability. We could leave and yet pass the prelim. You are unfortunate people. What do I do? You have to pass it. Let's say 1% case. Self-study of NCERT, you find it difficult. No problem. No issues at all. On your app store, there is one app called Khan Academy USA. Khan Academy. Khan, K-H-A-N, Khan Academy. Not Khan sir of Bihar, not KSG, the coaching on the pillar. Khan Academy USA. Download that app. They have classes 6th to 10th NCRTs taught by a teacher free of cost. There is a teacher who is teaching you. There are recorded sessions there. They guide you through each step. 100% cases you will understand that. I could understand means anybody on earth can understand. Even Tommy can understand. I am telling you. Khan Academy USA. Last resort. Option of last resorts. Maths has to be done, sir. Class 5th to class 10. All chapters. You can omit the geometry part, which generally comes from 7th, 8th onward. Geometry you leave. They don't ask geometry in UPSC. But trigonometry and other things, please do. Okay? Now for reasoning. If your reasoning is very weak, there is one book called Analytical Reasoning by M.K. Pandey. Banking book. It is a book created for banking coaching actually. M.K. Pandey, name of the author, name of the book, Analytical Reasoning. I doubt you may get it in the bookshops, but you'll get it on Amazon for sure. Buy this book. You know why I said buy this book? There is a very simple reason. This is the only book that does not give you questions for reasoning to practice, but first explains you how to attempt those questions. For example, you know there is syllogisms which are there in our UPSC exam. Most of the books will give you syllogisms to practice. And people will say, practice, practice. Arey, I don't know what this nonsense is. What do I practice? I don't know. All men are cats, all cats are dogs. Arey, how on earth is all this nuisance feasible? Say that there is a logic behind it. होगा कुछ मुझे क्या लेना देना? ये बता देता है क्या है. This book explains you. So it gives you a lot of theory to build your foundation, to explain you how to attempt reasoning. ठीक है? So for reasoning, sir, it is this. Now once you are done with this book to build your concept, this book also has lot of practice questions. Please honestly practice all of them. Wrap up this book thoroughly. And once done, then you have to go for GMAT app. Download any GMAT app. Practice mathematics. Practice reasoning. But what about comprehension? Many people believe comprehension is easy. Sir, I am telling you, the most difficult part in the entire CSAT paper is actually the comprehension. And you know why it is tough? Because UPSC deliberately plays a game with you. They will give you passages where you already have higher knowledge than the passage knowledge. They will give you a passage of poverty, environment, and they will deliberately write wrong information in that. Climate change was not caused by anthropogenic activities. You are like, are you mad? How is it possible? And then the question will be, climate change is caused by, you will say, anthropogenic activity. अरे passage बोल रहा नहीं है, नहीं है तो नहीं है. This is the trap, sir. Comprehension. First step to master comprehension is solve the previous year comprehension passages. Why I am saying that is because you need to know what they are asking. Sir, in this examination in Delhi, I am telling you, sir, you people are very blessed people that you are not going to that concentration camp called Delhi. It's a gas chamber, sir. You know why? You learn nothing there. Delhi, December onwards, Diwali season. Diwali is in November. But Delhi Diwali season for UPSC aspirants starts in December. After Diwali, another Diwali. And what is that Diwali? Mock test question. Mock test. Sir, it's not mock test. It's called mockery test. The full form is mockery. In short, called mock. Actually mockery. And I have seen constant degradation of the mockery test. I have written this book called Passport to Labasna. I was telling you, na sir. In that book, I have officially mentioned mockery test. No coaching today has the audacity to do a case on me because they know what they are doing is what is written in that book. They know what they are doing. Playing with the lives of the people. Destroying the aspirants of the future. Of the people. Sir, why do they tell you to practice these mockery tests? You know why? So that you fail. I'll be very honest with you, sir. Your failure is my business. Your success is not. If you succeed, I lose a customer. If you fail, I remain perpetually associated with you. But there are very few coachings that understand that your success is also my business. Because if you succeed from my coaching, you'll at least tell 5 people go here to this coaching. Very few work on this principle. Very few. Mockery test, sir. You know what that mockery testing is? Solve mocks. I'm sure you must have heard this. For prelims, you must solve 70 mocks, 80 mocks, 90 mocks. I guarantee, sir, I'll give it to you in writing today, you'll fail. You solve 10 mocks also, you'll fail. Question is, what do you need to solve? You know what you need to solve? Previous year questions. When was prelims introduced? In the UPSC Civil Services exam? 1979. Prior to 79, there was no prelims. You fill the form, you write the mains. 79, they introduced prelims on the recommendation of Kothari Commission. From 79 till today, 45 years. 2023, 45 years. Grab question papers of 45 years. When you grab those question papers of 45 years, solve them. Because when you solve those question papers, you understand that when UPSC made a question out of that topic, what was going on in the mind of the examiner of UPSC, sir? There's a lot of difference. That is why I said, no, mockery test. The problem is, in Delhi, these coachings have come up with mockery tests from books. I don't know if you have heard about it, but probably you'll hear because you are giving 24 exams, so you'll also be a victim of this failure trap. And you know what it is? They say We are going to make you practice 200 questions from Lakshmikant. Tell me one thing, sir. Has UPSC ever said that Lakshmikant is our official book that we will use for polity questions? Why are you making me practice 200 questions from Lakshmikant? Who are you to say that questions will only come from Lakshmikant? They will say, no, questions have been coming. You give it to me in writing. You give it to me in writing that if the questions don't come, you give me the liberty to poison you. Give it to me in writing, sir. Don't play with my future. You have no right to play with my future. It's my career at stake. Just for the sake of making some money, don't play with my life. You must be very assertive. It's your career. It's your parents' hard-earned money. In some cases, it might be even your money or whosoever's money. Money is money. Somebody has worked hard for giving that money to you to sit here. Don't let it go waste. You cannot. Previous year question. For example, let's say you start the previous year questions of last 45 years of preamble. Polity में preamble. In preamble, if you see last 45 years of prelim questions of preamble, if you see, you will observe one thing. That in preamble, whenever UPSC makes a question, there are 3 thoughts on the basis of which those questions are made. 3 thoughts. Only. And if you are able to identify those 3 thoughts, that these are the 3 thoughts on the basis of which UPSC may questions of preamble are coming for last 45 years. Then when you study preamble, your ability to grasp the preamble will become 5 times better than your fellow aspirant. Because your fellow aspirant will be solving 20 questions of preamble from Lakshmikant. You are solving what was in the mind of the UPSC examiner of preamble. That is why I told you, sir. Solve previous year questions of reading comprehension. Because when you solve them, no, you will understand one thing. Ki what went into the mind of the examiner when he made that passage. Sir, you need to crack that code. You need to enter the mind of the examiner. Getting my point? And I hardly see people with previous year questions. And even if I see somebody, you know what they do? They mark the answers, they start memorizing it. And then they say कि नहीं वो तो याद हो गए. किसने कहा था आपको? Who told you to memorize? It's stupidity, sir. You don't need to memorize previous year questions. You need to understand from them why they asked what they asked. Why they asked what they asked. If you don't understand that, you will never understand what the demand of this exam is. Never. I am telling you, sir, this exam is simple. We make it difficult by our foolish strategies. We make it complicated by doing things what UPSC doesn't want us to do. And I am telling you today, sir, day after tomorrow, when we do answer writing session, no, your mind will be blown, because I can tell you with 100% guarantee today that whatever you know about answer writing is your path to failure for UPSC. I can assure you today. But I can also promise you by that tomorrow, day after tomorrow, this time, when you leave this classroom from here, no, you will be a class apart from all these people roaming around in Ashok Nagar, because they know nothing about answer writing. And I promise you will know what UPSC wants you from answer writing. And that knowledge will set you apart. But there is a request I have. Don't share it with anybody. Be selfish. No need to give gyan to people, sir. Lot of people do this unnecessary thing. They sit in library only to give gyan. अरे ये book क्यों पढ़ रहा है? अरे पढ़ने दे. In fact, guide them with all wrong book. Lesser your competition, sir. You have to ensure your seat. It's not your responsibility that your roomie should be selected. Roomie is a short form for roommate. No, you are my roomie. It's my job to help you. अरे he will get selected. You will remain a failure, idiot. No need to tell him. In fact, read books which he will discourage you to read. I guarantee today, if you open Gazetteer of India and start reading that, all your fellow aspirants will come and start abusing you. Are you mad? Why are you reading this? Don't read this. Who told you to read this? Some Sardarji came and told us, oh, he is mad. Don't read this. Now you will also say, why don't teachers recommend this? I gave you the answer some time back. If I tell you the book that this is the book from where the question will come, why will you come to me? I want you to be dependent upon me, sir. I am not saying my case. I am talking about general UPSC market. They don't want that to know. And another reason why they don't tell you what to read rightly is because they have never read themselves also. Now imagine if you read something from Gazetteer of India. If you read something from Gazetteer of India and let's say you question your history teacher and he'll say, ki, I don't know. Embarrassment, no, sir. 5 questions you ask, 5 of them he doesn't know. Next day he stops coming only. So problem, sir. That is why in Delhi the most popular book for modern India that these people tell is Spectrum. Because when they prepared, they read Spectrum. When I prepared 15 years back, I also read Spectrum. Because that time Spectrum questions used to come, sir. Now nothing, zero. You memorize that entire 6, 7, 800 pages, 0 question. And still we read it. We know 0 question, but still we read it. Because we know that one day the Lord Almighty will come and bless us. And suddenly all questions will come from Spectrum. 0, sir. Nahi aayega. So PYQ, sir. CSAT, reading comprehension, please do that. Once you do that, GMAT apps, practice. You need to make your timetable, sir, very clearly. That in next how many days your NCERT of mathematics will be over. In how many days after that this MK Pandey will be over. And after that, in how many days post MK Pandey, your previous year questions of reading comprehension will be over. You need to have a mental map ready with you, sir. You don't behave like Indian government that, you know, Indian economy, हम कुछ भी करेंगे. आज सुबह उठे, धूप नहीं है, डिमोनेटाइज कर दो आज, सबके जीवन में अंधेरा, सोसाइटी में भी अंधेरा है। अरे कंट्री चल रहा है बॉस, चाचा स्टेट नहीं है आपका अपना प्राइवेट, वहां करो जो करना है, यहाँ क्यों कंट्री में? प्लीज क्रिएट योर प्लान रेडी सर, गेटिंग द आइडिया, यू हैव टू बी वेरी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट दिस। सो आई हैव गिवन यू द टास्क फॉर CSAT, नथिंग शुड कम डिफिकल्ट टू यू, ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल हेल्प यू वेरी इजीली, ठीक है? एंड टुमारो briefly we'll talk in the evening about the general sources strategy part. See, my way of approaching this exam unfortunately is very different, sir. It's an unconventional path which very few people try to take, but those who take, I know one thing, that not only they get success but they relish the entire process as well. And I am not one of those who claims this student is mine, this student is mara putra, mara putra, mara putra. ये कोई बाहुबली चल रही है? अरे what is our relation यार? You come here to study, you qualify the exam, you go away, bye bye, you qualified, well and good, fine, over. मुझे कोई आपसे मतलब रिश्ते बनाने हैं यार? नहीं बनाने भाई, तो वो पागलपन में मत पड़ो सर, आप समझ रहे हो? सो इट्स वेरी इजी, डोंट वरी, स्लाइटली अनकन्वेंशनल एज आई सेड, एंड जनरली व्हेनेवर आई टॉक अबाउट इट, many people forego their attempt of that year, then they say no, we will give it next to next year, because we were exactly doing opposite of what you wanted us to do. So that is your free will, I will not affect that, but I will give you scientific reasons as to why I say that this has to be done first. Everything I say is going to be scientifically proven. It won't be that this is my way just because I like it. There's a reason why it is. So CSAT, as I said, if I could read these books even when I had no attempt and I could still make sense of the CSAT paper, I am sure you can also understand. But as I said, sir, consistency for CSAT is the key. 1 hour every day. Where do you get the time? You have to find. I don't know. Your problem. Don't eat food. If you miss a meal, nothing will happen. My last meal yesterday was at 6:30 in the evening. Since yesterday till now, I am only having green tea. I am alive, right? I took 10 hours of classes also with you. Save the time, sir. I could have sat down at 1:30 when I gave you lunch break. I could have taken lunch. They were telling me, sir, we'll get biryani for you, like this, mountain biryani. I'm like, I don't want that plateau, yaar, right now. I will sleep in the class then. I have to teach. I know biryani is very nice here. I will definitely eat before I go, but not at the cost of this, sir. Time you have to find, sir. I rested 40 minutes, good rest. So you have to find the time. You have to find out where are you wasting your time. And I'll tell you 2-3 places where you waste time. The first place where you waste time is YouTube, where you listen to toppers and their strategies every day, which I call in my book as paid toppers. I prefix the word paid before the word topper, because I have seen actually fathers of some of the toppers calling institutes and saying that, the rate card of my son is this much. Are you willing to pay so that I send him for 1 hour? Because he's a single digit rank holder. So I know, I don't trust them. And I want you also not to trust them. They trust nobody. So cut down on YouTube. And second thing is, sir, cut down on giving gyan. Come to the class, attend the class, go back home. No need to talk. Why do you want to talk? No, he's my friend. So what? He will not remain your friend in Mussoorie. Choose your friends wisely. You should know who will reach Mussoorie, who will live only in Ashoknagar or go back to Andhra. Whatever. So don't do all this. And I'm very surprised to hear that even in Hyderabad, library culture has come up. I thought it was a pathological disorder only of Delhi population, but surprisingly it's here also. So library, again, a place where you see yourself how much time you waste every day. Waste in the form of talking to other people, sir. Discussing strategies. No need, sir. Somebody discouraging you, don't read this book. Thanks, bro. I want to fail. Let me read. Somebody asks you, should I read Lakshmikant? Arre, 5 times. Unless you do it 5 times, you will fail. You take my Lakshmikant, bro. Take it. He will always be your well-wisher. And please be selfish in this exam, sir. Not in life, but in this exam. Make your own notes. Don't share your notes. Don't display behavior that sharing is caring. It's not, sir. And you are grown-ups to understand why I said that. You are here to pass the exam, not to make a family, right? So clear the exam, you will get a good family, sir. Definitely you will get a good spouse in Mussoorie. So don't worry. That's the place where all marriages happen. And if you don't get married in Mussoorie, trust me, you'll never get married. That's also another issue. If somebody couldn't find you appropriate in Mussoorie, means there's a problem in it. It's fine. Some people live single also. There's no problem in that. But those things are secondary and tertiary in life, right? You will identify yourself where you are wasting time. You will cut down on that time. You will find automatically there is a lot of time in your life. Automatically. Cut down social media for 1 year. My sincere suggestion. No YouTube, no Instagram, unless if it is for educational purpose. Like Khan Academy, YouTube, Khan Academy app if required. Nothing else. नहीं मैं 15 मिनट वो इंस्टाग्राम पे रील देखना है, नहीं देखना है, कुछ नहीं है उसमें, यूजलेस, डोंट डू इट. Getting it. Find new ways to relax. You can relax by reading a book. You can relax by meditation. You can relax by listening to music. You can relax probably by talking to your mother or father. Even if they don't talk to you, you talk to them. I know many of the times they may not like you calling them so much, but tell them, I need your support. Talk to us. They will not say no to you. Unless you have created some blunder at home. Then I really can't help it. Then some parents will definitely avoid you, maybe block you also. इतने बार फोन क्या करना है, पैसे आ गए ना. Find ways, sir. And remember, as I said in the beginning, I will conclude with that, it's 1 year effort. Leave everything for 1 year in life. Everything can wait. If things are not waiting, Ignore them. Brother's wedding, sister's wedding, cousin's wedding, everything can wait, sir. No need to go anywhere. All festivals, no need to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. It's all anyway public nuisance. ये दिवाली आ गया. तेरे जीवन में क्या खुशी है जो दिवाली मना रहा है? Useless fellow. अंधकार जीवन है. नौकरी नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. दिवाली सेलिब्रेट करूंगा. सोचो यार. मतलब when I listen to people, no, in Delhi, in Majiram, they used to say this. सर नेक्स्ट वीक दिवाली है, हम घर जा रहे. क्यों? तूने जुलूस निकालना दिवाली का? तुम्हारे पे चादरें चढ़ रही हैं? कमाल है यार. डोंट सेलिब्रेट एनीथिंग सर. Trust me, every celebration of every festival is wonderful in Mussoorie. Keep that in mind. Diwali in Hyderabad will not be as fruitful as the Diwali in Labasna. New Year in Labasna will be the best New Year than the New Year that you will celebrate in some pub here in Hyderabad. Leave everything for 1 year. Trust me, it's going to reward you like anything. And focus on these things for CSAT, which I told you.